This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of October with me, Kuna Cups Tarot. And I hope you like the new Scorpio display with both death and transformation as a theme. As an extended member to the channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week and personal questions readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to read more about membership. I can also recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for October, because that's the energy right now, and this will be the prediction for November. And I'll start reading your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot by Roberto De Angelis. When I open your deck here, I see the Queen of Cups together with the Two of Swords in the reversed. So it might be that you're starting to get more emotional. You might feel more of your emotion than you have done before, and I'm seeing a certain resistance to it, that you don't want to feel these emotions. It might be uncomfortable, the emotions, or emotion where you feel a little bit over dramatic and you can't seem to keep the logic red thread. For example, you want to behave in a certain way and you have a certain moral, but then comes in, for example, jealousy, or you're feeling unjustly treated and want to stamp your foot like this. It's I'm guessing it coming from a sense of you becoming more vulnerable and needing to listen to your emotion. Doesn't mean you need to act accordingly to them. Just listen a little bit more to them. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light. And here we can see the Queen of Swords with the Two of Swords in the upright position. So I'm guessing this is how you, or maybe even your partner, likes you to behave. Okay, to be the logic one that can close off one's emotion with a click of a switch. Okay, so I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and then we can see there's a lot of things that's maybe being undigested. This is all about awareness, to becoming aware of what you feel, not necessarily acting accordingly with what you feel, but at least becoming aware. Okay, I feel a little bit humiliated when they said that. And giving yourself time to think about the consequences. And maybe you need to say something like, that's pretty degrading, the thing you said. What did you really mean, for example? So that you don't... it's almost like you're set on a certain behavior, just being like logic and robust and nice, well-behaved. And you're forgetting about your own... like reactions to situations. It's like you're having different antennas out in the world like this, and these antennas comes back with information that you currently ignore because you don't want to feel that, or you think that it kind of cracks your style, and you're used to you being more like steady on your feet and being able to dismiss feelings. So 6 elements, 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. When we suffocate feelings or keep secrets from other people about how we really feel or what we really want, it can really turn to physical illness after a while. And it's a little bit what I'm seeing, that you will have symptoms. It doesn't mean that you will get a horrible disease. It just means that you might get stress symptoms, hair falling off, or rashes, or memory problems. Because if you don't want to be aware of what you are aware of course the mind is going to follow your direction and start to shut down certain things that it doesn't want to be aware of. It doesn't want to be aware of this. Okay, we need to shut down that department of the brain, and then other things that were stored in that part of the brain might not be accessible, and you will think, why have I gotten so bad memory? So these kind of physical symptoms is what I'm seeing. So, 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Aries viewers. So, I want my dear Aries to have love in their life. Seven of Cups, Two of Cups. So it's much what I've been talking about already. It's about projections, that sometimes it's hard to sort out what's dramatic projections upon another person. For example, you might have had a little trauma where you felt people were disloyal towards you when you were in high school, and now you're very jealous with your girlfriend, for example, boyfriend. And you know that this is something that you need to keep under control. You don't want to feel jealous because it's low vibrating energy, and you don't want to be that kind of person. So when emotions comes up in your stable relationships here, you might feel like you just want to brush it off, but it's better to pay attention to it and see what it wants to say. It might say, for example, that you treasure this person very much and that they are more valuable to you than what you thought before. Or it might be showing that you have a little bit trust issues and you might need to work with these, maybe even with a psychotherapist at times. Or at least speak to it to it with your partner or with friends and say, this is how I feel. And it's about getting on top and using this as a spiritual jumping board to get ahead. Okay, so I want my dear Aries to have love in their life and find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so just tune in for a few seconds to you and the person most on your mind and your relationship in November. So this is the new bottom of the deck. Ace of Swords, clarity, having a clear mind, knowing what's going on, not just suffocating your emotion, but knowing what they are talking about and what they are referring to and what needs to be done. So getting on top, not brushing underneath the carpet. And this is the old bottom of the deck, and it's a Knight of Wands. So it seems like you're ready for like a new spiritual growth springboard. And this is your new spiritual growth springboard. So it's not really a bad thing. It might feel as if it is because you have felt more emotional, more out of control. But it's really just your next level of spiritual growth is what I'm seeing. Okay. So this is the situation with the person most on your mind, which you might have a relationship with, or even a conflict with, or you're working out your issues together with this person. This is on an emotional level with that person, and this is behavior, attitudes, and also outcome there. So we start with a situation, and it's the Hangman, and it shows again this with the spiritual growth theme, that you are in an uncomfortable situation which you don't want to be in, where you are kind of fighting the new insides. But it's a major arcana card, so it's kind of forcing you it's blocking every comfortable escape from this. So you're probably just going to get more and more emotional until you pay attention to this and start doing the work. And so it's a blockage to have... it's a blockage to move away from challenges or unhappiness or difficult situations because you refuse to deal with what's there. But we see this person is enlightened. So we also have the Ace of Swords. So that means that only good can come out of this. Okay, so you need not worry, you just need to relax and, start to look at what it is that you have been blocking out for yourself. And that actually holds the key to your release as well. So this is what's on your mind, with the person most on your mind. And we have a Seven of Wands. So I'm just seeing you blocking like your own instincts about certain things. It might also be your partner saying, is something wrong? Aren't you feeling well? Or they might have demands and things that's picking at you like this, and you're trying to stay calm and brush away. Don't always bring this up. It's not necessary for us to talk about this. And you're feeling more and more like irritated at this point because you want to keep your cool, and people make it very difficult for you to keep your cool. Also, your own emotion and instincts make it very difficult for you to keep your cool. And this is on their mind about you. And we have the Five of Swords in the reverse. So they really feel like something is off. You're probably going to explode as a bomb at any time soon. And they really don't know what to do about it. They feel a little bit lost. It's like walking on a minefield a little bit with you. If you have had a quarrel, it might be that you're really upset with this person and they feel like they would want to apologize, but they don't know how, or they don't know what they did wrong, or they don't agree with you that what they did was wrong. And it's a 7 again, this card here, as the 7 of Cups. This shows spiritual challenges that we are faced with. Doesn't mean that you are doing anything worse than this person. It just means that now the divine is focusing on what needs to be fixed so that the relationship can be unblocked and move to greater heights. And it's about you acknowledging your own instincts, emotions, and also, noticing when this person, when they do things that's, picking on you like this, because if you ignore it, you're going to explode. So you need to address it, even if what they are doing might be, let's say they are asking about how we're going to spend Thanksgiving now. It's starting to get like really imminent. We need to decide, and you just, I don't want to decide this. And you know that they are right, but you don't want to talk about it. So then you might need to, sit down with yourself and figure out why you don't want to schedule these holidays and what's up with that, and why are you so stressed out. Okay, and this is the bond between you two, and it's King of Coins in the reversed. So I'm feeling a lot of stubbornness from this card, and it's definitely seemed to come from you, but I don't want to give you all the blame for this before I have seen this person's emotions, so I'll look at that. 3 of Wands, they seem pretty open. They are behind the wall, as is this person here. But maybe it's your wall and they don't know how to talk to you, how to, discuss with you about these things. Some people have so severe symptoms that they would even faint or get a panic attack or something when we come close to these issues that's hidden here, and get aggressive and angry and really stubborn and I don't want to talk about it, and walking out the door. So we'll see your emotions here. And we have a Temperance card in the reverse. So again, it definitely seems like Aries doesn't want to take in this new energy that's saying, hello, here I am. I need your attention. This is the next phase of your healing. It's the next phase of your spiritual growth. It's the next challenge that you need to address and learn something from and get even better and better relationship as a result. And you say, no, thank you. I'm good as I am. I don't want to change. I don't want to take this in. I don't want to deal with this. It's like you have this secret room in your house where you store a lot of junk, and you just don't want to open the door to that room filled with junk. And this person is asking, wouldn't it be a good idea to clear out that room? Maybe we could make a guest room out of it, and you're just like exploding like this. Okay. And they don't know what they did wrong. It doesn't have to be minor things like this. It can be really big things, and you might have real good, reasons for your feelings and your behaviors. But it doesn't change the fact that you need to look at what's behind it. What's behind door number 1. Okay, and this is your behaviors and attitudes, and we have the Lovers in the reverse. So I think your partner, if you have one, is sitting on a very loose board over an abyss, like on the skyscraper that you just built. It seems like you are ready to just kick this person to the curb. Okay, because we have both you saying no here, and this the alchemic wedding, and this is the Lovers. So you definitely don't want to take in any of this person's ideas, or maybe they are coming to you, want to give you suggestions about things, or even reconciling your relationship after a breakup, and you don't want to hear anything about it. I'm hearing a song here. Okay, that song, it's maybe you're ready to really break up with this person. because it's the song, I don't know the name of the group or the song just yet, but I know I liked it in the 1980s, I'm pretty sure. It might have been the 1990s as well. And it's, I don't want to hear about it anymore. Just the days, just a memory. And we close the door. I would live and die for you. But, I don't know. Someone didn't know what to do when someone else called them baby. So maybe it's like you're really frustrated. This person haven't shown enough love. And you don't want to be the drama queen or the drama king that just, you don't love me. So instead you just, okay, so you don't love me. You don't want anything to do with me. Bye-bye. Like this. And you haven't done a real thorough investigation about this situation. It's just like you're reacting out of old patterns maybe. Or maybe I'm wrong. I will see. What's the reason for Aries being upset and stubborn? Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. So it's the Knight of Wands that we saw, and the Hangman here. It's you actually. It's the enlightenment that's happening to you, and you're just a little bit upset because you might not have accepted this new part of you that's going to make you ascend. And like really become comfortable with it just yet. And it seems the key is to listen to your emotion, to know what it is that you're really feeling, and to be able to express it in adult ways, not in over dramatic ways, but this is how I feel, this is the conclusion I made from this, and this is the decision I want to take accordingly to this. What do you think? So we'll see. This person's behaviors and attitudes. 6 of Swords. So it seems like they're trying to accept that you have said that it's over, but they have a hard time doing so because they don't even know like what the problem was. Why are this person so clueless then? Why are this person so clueless? Golden Mirror. Self-absorbed narcissist. One-sided relationship. Love bombing. Okay. So they might be like in their own little glass bowl of not being able to take in reality. And so it's a mirror, of course. They can't, they probably have a big blind spot that makes you really upset and over dramatic. But then you don't want to look at the dramatic feelings and address them. Instead, you're just having some kind of fit and smacking the door in this person's face. But one-sided relationship, love bombing. It seems like they haven't behaved particularly well, and you have your reasons for being upset, but you don't have any reasons to look at why you have attracted this relationship. This is attraction in the first place, and why you have attracted a person that goes so much on your nerves. So you need to look at this. Okay. So this is the outcome for November, and we have a 4 of Cups. So it's definitely like there's love and interest here, like people are drawn to each other, but you don't want to say yes to this person, and this person doesn't know how to make you happy again or how to make you accept them again. So I'll see what they would like to tell you, what they will say to you. I'm walking through the dark night of my soul. So that actually is good news. It might be that they are in the same situation as you, being very challenged with their old conditioning and trauma, karma, drama that they haven't dared to address or didn't feel that it was necessary to address them. So they are like a big question mark like right now, but it seems like things are not going particularly well for them. Things might not go particularly well for you. I'm thinking you're both going through the dark night of your soul, and you're both going to learn things from this. Like old patterns that needn't not be traveling with you into the future is going to be taken away from you now. You're going to be stripped naked of this. So old survival techniques, it's not going to be helpful anymore. So it's really about, facing the bull by the horns and doing the necessary work here with oneself. And this is your things then. I don't feel good enough. It's probably this person is mirroring something. They are so self-absorbed. They don't give enough attention to you. You don't give enough attention to you. You don't give enough attention to your feelings. You think that they should be suffocated and not listened to. And it's because you don't feel good enough. Your feelings are not good enough. They haven't been validated by people maybe when you grew up, or might have been like this for a longer part of your soul's journey, and therefore you don't want to validate your feelings either, and you're trying to ignore them. But here it's all about facing them and listening to them, not making them the boss of you, but giving them their rightful space in your life. Okay, so we will look at outcome for this relationship. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And this person maybe needs to go without you as a part of their dark night of the soul. So they will look at their little bit narcissistic injury and why they have forced you into a one-sided relationship where they love bombed you and then maybe ignored you and your feelings. They did because they could, because you don't feel good enough and you feel like your feelings should be ignored because they are not worthy, and you're ignoring your own feelings. You have a big room full of ignored feelings. So you're a perfect match in that sense to show each other where you have your problem. So I will see if we can get a guidance for you, guidance advice here. Truth be told, 14. I'll read this card for you. 20, that was a little bit too far. 14, that was better. Honesty, accepting things as face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. There is the truth, which is the essence of a thing, and then there's a truth, subjective, according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. And your truth is, for example, that you don't want these ridiculous feelings, you want to be indestructible, and then you meet someone that doesn't take in consideration your feelings and that act as if you are indestructible and don't need anything from them. This is not a time for debate about which truth is truer. This is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is. Peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and Spirit will answer with miracles. And also, people tell you who they are very quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. This card calls you to engage in heartful, open conversation. At times to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. You hear that? Who you are and what you need. Not the fake version of yourself that you think people would think are good enough, but the actual version. Remember that your truth is always based in your personality and experience up to now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly and see how doing so helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back, speak your truth and listen. Because your truth might not be the total truth. They might have like an idea about truth is as well. But the conversation gives like more clarity. Then you see, oh, this is my truth and this is what you did. And they say, oh, well, but this is my point of view. This is how I felt. And then, okay. So then we can see a higher truth for what was going on. So my dear Aries, difficult homework because it means you need to deal with those most ridiculous, stupid things that you didn't want to deal with, and that pile of things that had this heavy energy, and but it just needs to be done. You can start the work externally if that's easier for you by just cleaning out the kitchen drawer or something, like cleaning out your wardrobe or whatever. That's a good start. And to monitor your feelings while you do so, and particularly take that that box with things from your childhood that your parents came with but you never touched. So look at the things and also throw away or burn up, and also honor certain things that you still love. Okay, so I hope this helped, and I would urge you to watch What Do They Want to Happen Between You Two to get more information about this situation, or their true thoughts and feelings to learn more. At my first channel page, you will find a playlist for your astrological sign where you can watch all the latest readings for your specific sign in one single playlist. On the end screen, you will see the link to that playlist, so go and check it out. And thank you so much for watching, and take really good care until next time, and bye for now.